Hello everyone, welcome to this session on Water Resource Engineering. I am Dr. Seenu, Assistant Professor in Department of Civil Engineering at VNR JYOTHI Institute of Engineering and Technology. Have you ever wondered where rain comes from, how clouds are formed, or where river water goes after flowing into the sea? The answer lies in one of the most important natural processes on Earth, the hydrological cycle, also known as the water cycle. In this video, we will understand the complete hydrological cycle and important hydrological process, different forms of precipitation and types of rainfall formation. Let us begin. Hydrological cycle. Today, we are going to learn about the hydrologic cycle, which is the continuous movement of water between the atmospheric and the earth's surface. Water continuously circulates through oceans, rivers and lakes and atmosphere, soil and groundwater. The cycle maintains the balance of water on earth and supports all forms of life. The hydrological cycle is the continuous movement of water between the earth's surface and the atmosphere. During this cycle, water changes both its forms and its location. The main process involved are evaporation, condensation, precipitation, infiltration, runoff, and groundwater flow. The entire cycle is mainly driven by solar energy from the sun and the gravity. Without the water cycle, rainfall would not occur, groundwater would not recharge, rivers would dry up, and ecosystem could not survive. Let us say the transportation component of the hydrological cycle. Here we can see and understand the sequence step by step. First, the sun heats water bodies such as ocean, lakes and rivers. This causes evaporation. The water vapor rises into the atmosphere, cools and undergoes condensation to form clouds. When the cloud droplets become heavy, the precipitation occurs in the form of rain or snow. Part of this water infiltrates into the soil and some flows as runoff into the rivers and ocean, and some becomes groundwater. This process continuously repeats and forms a hydrological cycle. Let's look into the different components of hydrological cycle. First one is precipitation. Precipitation refers to any form of water falling from the atmosphere to the earth's surface. It includes rain, snow, hail, and sleet. Precipitation occurs when condensed water droplets in clouds become too heavy to remain suspended in the atmosphere. Gravity then pulls them towards the earth. Next is evaporation. Evaporation is the process by which liquid water changes into water vapor due to heat from the sun. Evaporation mainly occurs from ocean, river, lakes, wet soil and vegetation surfaces. Globally, ocean contribute the highest amount of evaporation. A simple daily life example is the drying of wet clothes under sunlight. Next is transpiration. Transpiration is the process through which the plant releases water vapor into the atmosphere through tiny pores called stomata. Plants absorb water through their roots, transport it through stems and release part of it through leaves. This process occurs and helps regulate plant temperature and contributes moisture to the atmosphere. The next one is evapotranspiration. This is the combined form process where the evaporation from land and water surface and transpiration from plants. It represents the total transfer of water from the earth's surface into the atmosphere. This concept is very important in irrigation engineering, agriculture, hydrology and water resource management. Next one is condensation. Condensation is the process in which water vapor cools and changes back into liquid droplets. This process leads to cloud formation, fog and dew formation. A common example is the formation of water droplets on the outside surface of a cold water bottle. The another component is infiltration. Infiltration is the process by which water enters the soil from the ground surface. The infiltration rate depends on soil type, vegetation, slope of land, and rainfall intensity. Infiltration is very important because it helps recharge groundwater. Next one is percolation. The downward movement of infiltrated water through soil and porous rock layer into groundwater. This water eventually reaches groundwater zones or aquifers. Remember, infiltration means entry of water into soil, while percolation refers to deeper downward movement. The next one is runoff. Runoff is the portion of water that flow over the land surface towards rivers, lakes, and oceans. Runoff occurs when rainfall intensity exceeds infiltration capacity or when the soil becomes fully saturated. Runoff estimation is extremely important in flood analysis, drainage design, and watershed management. Next is interception. The interception occurs when precipitation is temporarily captured by vegetation, leaves, buildings, or other surface before reaching the ground surface. Interception occurs direct runoff. It reduces direct runoff and soil erosion. Depression storage. Depression storage refers to temporary storage of rainwater in small depressions such as puddles, pits, and uneven land surfaces. This stored water may later evaporated or infiltrated or slowly contribute to runoff. The next one is groundwater flow. The groundwater flow is the movement of water through underground aquifers. Groundwater moves slowly beneath the earth's surface and may emerge through springs, wells, or rivers. Groundwater is one of the major sources of drinking and irrigation water. Next is base flow. Base flow is the portion of river or stream flow supplied by groundwater seepage. Even during dry seasons, mainly river continues to flow because of base flow contribution from groundwater. Perennial rivers mainly depend on groundwater contribution. Now let's look into the forms of precipitation. Precipitation occurs in different forms. First one is mainly rain. Rain consists of water droplet larger than 0.5 mm. Based on intensity, rain can be classified as light rain, moderate rain, or heavy rain. Snow. Snow forms when water vapor freezes into ice crystal. The another form is drizzle. Drizzle contains very small water droplets with very low rainfall intensity. The other forms are glaze, which is when rain or droplet touches ground at 0 degrees Celsius, glaze or freezing rain is formed. Next one is sleet. Sleet consists of frozen raindrops or ice pellets. Hail occurs as large lumps of ice formed during thunderstorms. Hailstorms can damage crops, vehicles, and buildings. Let's look into types of rainfall formation. First one is conventional rainfall. Conventional rainfall occurs due to heating of the earth's surface by the sun. Warm air becomes lighter and rises upwards. As it rises, it cools and condenses, forming clouds and rainfall. Characteristics include heavy rainfall, short duration, and thunderstorms. The types of rainfall is common in tropical regions. The next type of rainfall is orographic rainfall. Orographic rainfall occurs when moist air is forced to rise over mountain or hills. As the air rises, it cools and produces rainfall on the windward side. The opposite side, known as the leeward side, receives very little rainfall and is called the rain shadow region. A common example is the Western Ghats in India. Frontal rainfall. Frontal rainfall occurs when warm and cold air masses meet. The warm air rises above the cold air, cools, condenses, and produces rainfall. characteristics include widespread rainfall, longer duration, and occurrence during cyclonic condition. Examples include rainfall during western disturbance and tropical cyclones. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.